All right. Man, I am glad to be able to visit with you today. I appreciate you joining us today. We are here at our office out here in Mount Pleasant, and we want to say to you, welcome from the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. I hope to be able to see you soon. I hope you can be at our church this Sunday. Love for you to come and visit and just meet some of our people. We just have a great family, and didn't get to visit with you last week because we had the blizzard. Well, it wasn't exactly a blizzard, but we had a nice snow. We had some pretty snow in the middle of the week, and everybody kind of stayed in a little bit. Kids were out of school and slowed us down a little bit, which was probably a good thing. So I'm glad to be able to get back, and Ken's out to help us and get to visit with you again today in the middle of your week. So I'd like to give you a couple things. We want to talk about Sunday. Past Sunday, we had a great time, had a lot in our service on Sunday. We had an exciting announcement from our Growth Journey finance team, and our children's ministry talked about the opportunity we had to purchase a building from down in South Charlotte, and it would have been a really neat thing, and it was basically, the building was donated to us from a school down in South Charlotte, but we feel like at this time that we're not in a position to invest in moving of that facility. Because we pretty much don't have the cash on hand. It's a pretty extensive project. Would be a great opportunity, but at this point we're just going to pray and wait on the Lord, and just like we're told to wait patiently on the Lord, and just He knows what we need, and trust Him. And right now we're really getting excited about our next move in our journey, which will be over to the Tuscarora Mill property here in Mount Pleasant, and we're working toward that, getting closer and closer every day. And so we'll keep you posted on that. But Sunday was an exciting day. We heard from a little girl at our church named Eliana. And Eliana has had, for the last couple of years, she's working on a project to take backpacks to Nicaragua. And for the kids down there at our school, the ministry that we partner with, the Hope School. And so we are working with her. So if you can help us with backpacks, boys and girls backpacks, they don't have to have anything in them. Just get them here to the church, and we'll help Eliana. Her goal is 500, and so she presented that opportunity to us Sunday. And then we talked about the kingdom parables, and from Matthew chapter 13. This was our second in the series. We have a 6-week series on the parables of Jesus Christ. This Sunday we're going to be in Luke chapter 12, and we're excited about the parable this Sunday. Hope you'll be able to come. And I think you'll enjoy it. So hopefully you'll be able to come and see us this Sunday. A lot of exciting things going on in our church. This week, this coming Saturday, I want to invite all our men to our men's prayer breakfast, which will be this Saturday right out here at the farm, just like we always do the last Saturday of each month. And it looks like a beautiful day. It looks like it'll be a little cool. Should be nice. And we're excited about breakfast this Saturday. Men's prayer breakfast, lots of stuff. And just a good time of fellowship together. And then next weekend, another event for our men. We're going down to Woodstock, Georgia, to the First Baptist Church, to the Johnny Hunt Men's Conference. And we've done this. This will be our 3rd year in a row from our church here. We'll already have a lot of men signed up, and just can't wait for that little road trip for our men to go to the Men's Conference down at Woodstock, Georgia. That will be next Friday and Saturday, the first weekend in February. I believe that's February 2nd and 3rd. And then a really neat thing coming up is our Valentine's dinner. And this is going to be Friday, February 9th, and we are excited. We just last week got cleared with our venue, which will be 73 in Main, here at the new restaurant here in Mount Pleasant. Upstairs there's a beautiful meeting room, and we'll be having our banquet in there. It's really a dinner, and you don't have to have a date to come. You can come, you can bring friends, come by yourself. But what you need to do is pick up an envelope at church, and fill that out. You'll put the number of tickets, put your money in there, and we will reserve your place for the Valentine's dinner for our church. And we have a limited number we can get in there, so sooner the better as far as getting you registered for that. And we're excited about that. So a lot of exciting things coming up, but I wanted to share with you a devotional this morning as we move along through our day. And again, it's good just to visit with you in the middle of your week. Get us from Sunday to Sunday. This catches up with us on Wednesday and gives you a chance to visit with us for just a little bit. So, Matthew chapter 20. I want to talk about this is probably a somewhat familiar passage to you, and it's a wonderful principle. And I want to, I guess if I title this, I would title it "The Search for Significance." Everybody wants significance in their life. They want to feel necessary. They want to feel valuable. What is it in your life that makes you feel significant, that gives you significance, that makes you feel fulfilled and makes you get up in the morning? Well, I believe we see something important in this chapter, Matthew chapter 20, and I would say to you this: it's all about serving. Significance comes from serving, from a life of service. And that's a little bit contrary to what maybe our nature says, because our nature says it's kind of about me. I want people to serve me. But real significance, I think, from the Scriptures teach us that significance comes from serving. In fact, I believe that we are saved to serve. Jesus, the Son of God, did not come to this earth so everybody could be serving Him. He came to serve others. Wow. What a powerful thought. Serving isn't something we do. I want you to listen carefully. I want you to think about this. Serving is not something we do. A servant is who we're called to be. So really, the thought is serving is not what you do. It's what you are. It's what God has called us to be. A servant, one who serves. It's not just what you do. And I know it's great to go out and do things, and I understand that, but it's really not about what you do as much as it is who you are in your heart, who you are, who your identity is, a servant. And again, we're following Christ when we agree to be a servant of Jesus Christ. Let me read this passage, Matthew chapter 20. Interesting. And we'll start with verse 20. Then came to him mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. So here's mom, and she has two sons, and just like any loving mother, she wants the best for her two sons. Now her two sons are prominent disciples here, and they're important. And she says, Jesus, let me ask you a question. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? What should I get? What could I do for you, woman? She said unto him, Grant that these my two sons, my two boys, may sit the one on thy right hand and the other on thy left in the kingdom. And that's it's a little bit, it sounds a little bit self-seeking, because she loves her sons, and she said, Jesus, could you have my sons on your right and your left so that they could serve with you and lead with you in the kingdom? Jesus answered and said, You know not what you ask. Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism I'm baptized with? They say unto him, We are able. And he asked the sons, he said, do you really know what you're asking? Are you willing to take the cup that I'm about to take? They didn't understand fully, but they said, Sure we are, Lord. And he said to them, You shall indeed drink of my cup and be baptized with the baptism I'm baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and my left is not mine to give. You're asking something that only the Father has the right to give. I am going to submit or defer that to the Father. I'm not going to be the one to be able to give you that. It shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. That's something that God's going to decide. When the 10 heard it, they were moved with indignation against the 2. Well, yeah. I mean, here's 12, and 2 of them said, Lord Jesus, can we be the most important? Can we be your 2 bosses? And the other 10 are like, whoa, wait, what about us? Isn't that a picture of us? Isn't that how our nature is? Wow. Jesus called them unto him and said, You know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. But it shall not be so among you. And here it is. Here's the message. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your servant. Did you hear that? In my Bible, those letters are in red, which means Jesus is speaking. And here's what Jesus said. Jesus said, now, I know you guys want to be significant. You're searching for significance. You want to be great. You want to be respected. You want to have a position of significance. I understand that. But, here's what he says. Whosoever will be great, let him be your servant. Jesus said, Do you guys want to be, do you really want to be great? Do you really want to be great? Then be a servant. Wow. Whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many. The search for significance. The world we live in tells us, man, you need to go to college and get a job so you can make a lot of money and get a good car and have a nice home and have a respectable job in society and be a leader and a boss and a chief. And Jesus said, stop. Jesus said no. He said, you want to be great? Then serve. That is the secret to significance. So, I want to challenge you and me today. It's not wrong to desire significance. It's in fact, it's probably healthy for us to desire. You know, I want to be successful. I want to be significant. I want to, but Jesus said, you know how to do that? Serve. Let me close with one verse. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. 1 Peter 4:10 says this, and this really gives us a chance to apply this principle. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another. We have received the gift of salvation. Now that we have that gift, even so serve one another as good stewards of the manifold or many, many graces of God. So, the search for significance for you and for I today. Jesus said, you want to be great? Serve. And remember, serving is not necessarily something you do. Serving is who you are. That's exactly what Jesus Christ did. He came here to serve, actually to give his life. And he says, the way up is down. The way to be significant and find your significance is to be a true servant. I hope I'll get to see you guys this Sunday. We're very excited. It's going to be lesson number 3 in our series on the parables of Christ. Got a good one this week. Saturday morning men's prayer breakfast right here out here at the farm. Hope you have a great week. God bless you. We'll see you soon.